Coach Devin here. It is 6 a.m. I'm on an exercise bike. It's because this is the only time I have to get it in. Let's talk about family support. First, before we get going, hit that thumbs up down below and please subscribe. Hey, share this with your friends too. All right, family support. Tough one. Not everybody has a supportive family. You don't always have supportive parents, spouses, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, whatever. That's hard. It is just tough. Period. End of discussion. Tough. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my story. Back when I started exercising, I was 14 years old. Long time ago. I'm like 32 years in right now. That's how old I'm getting. By the way, the reason I'm being quiet and I'm whispering a little bit, it's 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm trying to be quiet so I don't wake people up. All right. When I started back in those days, and we're talking, the 80s. I've been working out since I was it was the 80s. It dates me a little bit. People didn't exercise much. If you had a sport, you exercise, I guess. You did your sport. People didn't lift weights. It wasn't like a thing that people did. And in my community where I grew up in a little tiny town on an island in Nova Scotia called Judic. That's my shout out to Judic. People didn't work out. My mom and dad thought it was a phase. They couldn't understand why I wanted to do it. To them, it was foreign. I couldn't understand what the point of it was. What are you doing? My dad, sorry, it's a little dry. My dad ran track for the University of Chicago. So he understood that people train. My dad used to get up in his 50s and go for runs in the morning early. Similar to what I'm doing right now. So he understood that stuff because he was trying to get a little leaner, lose some weight. But he couldn't understand why his 14-year-old son wanted to lift weights. Why his 14-year-old son thought it would be cool to be a bodybuilder. That's what I wanted to do back then. I'll be honest. That's what I wanted. So my parents were not supportive. My mom and dad used to say to me, "What happens when you stop and all that muscle turns to fat?" That's what they said. You know what? Of course, nowadays we know your muscle doesn't turn into fat. That's not the way it works. But in their minds, it wasn't a question of would I stop. It's a question of when I would stop. Obviously I was going to give up. Nobody works out forever. That's stupid. So why are you trying to gain weight and why are you trying to get bigger? It's going to be a pain in your butt later on. You're going to get fat. That was the thinking, and that's what they thought. So I don't come from a place where I had supportive parents, and they weren't trying to be, my parents weren't trying to be mean. They weren't bad people. I think, my dad's not a bad person. My mom, God rest her soul, passed away a couple years ago. She's not a bad person. Neither of them were bad parents. They didn't understand. They didn't get it. And they couldn't understand what the point of it was. And a lot of times, people who are not supportive of you, that's the problem. They don't get why you want to. Now, I'm sure there's people out there that are just knuckleheads and want to tear you down. There's always those in the world. There's always somebody who wants to tear you down. Social media trolls, people that you're friends or pseudo frenemies, whatever. There's those people out there who want to rip you down, but in reality, most people just don't understand why you want to. Why do you want to be a bodybuilder? What's the point? Why do you want to be a power lifter? What's the point? Why do you want to have abs? Who cares? There's always those. There's some people that are mean about it. For the most part, people just don't get it because everyone looks at themselves through the prism of their own experience. I look at the world through the prism of exercise. I feel like exercise cures all ills. I really do. Like, you're depressed, exercise, you will feel better. Now that is a real thing, but will exercise fix, severe depression? No, it won't do that. Mild depression, moderate depression, yeah, it's probably helpful. Is it a fix-all? No, it's not. But in my mind, because I come from this background, I come from my love of exercise, I think, hey, exercise fixes it all. Some people come from a background where they think exercise is stupid. It's not that they're trying to be mean, it's they don't get it. So how do you deal with someone who's consistently negative about it? My feeling is there's only two ways to do this. Number one, you do what I did. I was a kid, didn't know what to do, so I ignored it. And I used it as fuel. I was like, well, really? You think I'll stop? We'll see about that. That's what I said in my mind to my parents. You think I'm gonna stop? Not a chance. We'll see. You know, I'm stubborn like nobody's business. That's just who I am. Anybody who knows me, I have a very, very high level of stubbornness. Once I get something in my head, I don't back down from it just because I won't, because I'm so stubborn. So that fueled me. That made me say, you know what? I'm gonna prove all you guys are wrong. That's who I am. Now, not everybody's like me. Some people need that approval. Some people want, I wanted the approval, but I didn't necessarily need it. So what's the other option? So either one, get stubborn, use it as a motivation and say, I will not stop because I just am going to refuse to stop. And good luck stopping me. Or number two, sit down with your spouse, brother, sister, whoever it is, and just say, look, this is important to me. This is something I'm doing for me because I feel passionate about it. I want to do it. And you know what? I really would like you to support me because if you support me, I love you and it will make it easier for me. Now, if they're going to be a jerk after that, then they're just a jerk. And there's not much we can do about that, but we've done everything we can. You've crossed every bridge you can to make it easier for them and then make them understand that deep down this is what you need. So either one or two things. Get stubborn, use it as fuel, or be honest and just say to them, look, this is where I am and I really would love your support. Please give it to me. People overall are actually pretty kind. Most people are nice people. They want to help you. People don't I don't think there's a lot of inherently bad people in the world. In reality, most people just are kind. Most people want to help. Most people want to be helpful. So if you come to them and say that, they quite often will maybe understand you a little bit better. And if they understand you better, they're much more likely to be supportive. Listen, just keep in mind, it takes time. Have that conversation. It might take a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year before they come to that conclusion. But overall, people, if they actually love you, they'll come to that conclusion and they'll be positive for you. Have yourself an amazing day, everybody. Go get a workout in. Don't fight the hustle.